So this is the area where you keep adding your expenses, and it shows you all the records over the time. It shows you charts and all the lists of expenses as well. So these are the expenses of today. So suppose I want to add a new expense, that is meat and grocery. So I went to buy chicken for 200 rupees. I add that to meat and grocery. I would add a note so that I can, when I come back from in the future and I see the list, I can recognize what did I spend my money for. Like 200 in meat and grocery is very vague. So if I want to be more organized, I need to save the description as well. Bought chicken. And another thing is, you can also change the date as well. Suppose you spent something yesterday and you forgot today. You forgot and you want to log it today. So you can just go there and select the date as well of that date, a previous date, and you can select the expense. So pretty straightforward. So I go to change to today and add the expense. You can see 200 has come in the meat and grocery section. One thing you can see from here is that one thing you can see from here is that there is a list, right? So in that, so you can select multiple time slots. You can select this week, you can select this month. So if this year, and custom as well. Suppose you want to see the transactions from last year's January to December, or last year's March to April to last year's March. So all these things are available in the custom section as well. You can select a date. That's all you need to do. So suppose I go to today and I click on view details. It gives me all the sections or categories I have spent on, and there is a chart. So if I click on that, it will show me the category as well. I can go on to the expense list and it will show all the expenses that I have done today. So but if I click on a particular category, it will still show all the expenses from all the categories. But if I click on expense list, it will show the expenses from that category only. So in this commute section, I have two transactions or expenses, but you cannot see it from here, right? Even from this, you cannot understand that there are two expenses in that. So if I go to expense list, you can see there is 200 and there is 100. There are two expenses. So it really helps you to track down what was your expense and find out how did you spend your money, and you can come back to the chart again from there as well. So what about these colors? Like 400 is in warning kind of color, 300 is okay, this is showing horrendous or something that indicates danger. So you can actually select ranges for showing warning and showing danger as well. So how can you do that? So click on here and you will be coming to this screen where you can set all the ranges for warning and danger. So and this color is based on the time slot you selected. So if you see, and this range is set upon time slot and category as well. So if you can see, daily I have set 350 as danger and 350 as warning and 500 as danger, but I am way past that, 3900. That's why it is showing red. But what about category dine and eat out? So dine and eat out, I have set 300 as warning and there is no danger. I have not set it yet, so that's why it is showing 400. But if I had set 350, So it's well over 350, right? It should be then showing red instead of warning. So you can see. So if you do not set any range, it will show always green or indicating there is no problem. So if I go to commute, you can see there is no warning set, right? So suppose I have a warning set for 500 for commute and 700 for danger, sorry, not in education, and commute. So it still comes as green color back because I have set the warning or danger as 500 at 700, so there is no problem. But if I set it at 300, then it just touches, so it means it is already warning. So this is all about the color. I don't think there is anything more need to explain, but I'm also sure there is hardly any app that shows you this kind of detail in your expenses. And right after the actual number, you can see the percentage. That also is as per the total number that you have spent, total amount. So suppose dine and eat out is 10.26%, means the amount you have spent on dine and eat out is 10.26% of the total amount you have spent today. But if you change it to this week, this means this is the total amount, this is the total percentage you have spent this week based on the total amount, that is 3900. But if you go to this year, it changes. And if you go to this month, you can see there is 20,000 is showing as warning. Why? Because for monthly I have set 25,000 as danger. So if I set it at 20,000, it should go red immediately because it has passed the mark. That's all about this section.